if you come back and tell me your king will return, yeah, I want to see you sign that rematch immediately.
But let's check this out.
Don't say you're my king, bro. Is this your king? That's almost what it is.
Yo, look, I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on point, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian tell off.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Undefeated Podcast.
The only podcast with 2 undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Listen, remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment.
For the man them in your cars right now, whether on Spotify, Tidal, whatever DSP that you're using.
All DSPs.
All DSPs right now. I want you to get out your car, park up.
True.
That's it. Just park up and we'll start walking.
Take a snooze.
Hold on, we gotta give them a few seconds to come back.
Alright, cool.
Welcome back to your car, fam. Now, big up yourselves. Bro, listen.
What's your tail of the tape, fam?
Obviously, I'm 0-0. You already know. If I do it, someone's gotta go. It's that simple.
I respect it,
It's
bro.
that simple. But listen, I can't wait. As I said, actually, because it's been a few weeks, yeah? It's been a few weeks. The big one, the chunky youth, bruv. Man's blonde, bruv. Man's overweight Cisco, bruv. Man's an overweight Eminem, fam. Man is you, bruv. I'm talking to you, Heavy D, bruv. Been over heavy, fam. Younger Ruiz, bruv. You don't want to see me. I'm just letting you know right now, bruv. I'm coming for you, bruv. January, let's go. Sign the ting, fam.
Jeez.
Sorry, bro.
Man
I had to just start
sign
with
the
sign the contract. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm in training.
Don't run.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out early, bruv. Seriously, I'm gonna
get him out of here.
I'm knocking him out early. It's gonna be nasty. And anyway, what's your take on the tape, bro? Sorry, I just got carried away.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, nice. 2-0.
Yeah.
50% knockout rate.
You do that.
Do you know what I'm saying? I do believe a good KO is a good way to finish the fight. Half the minute into the ring with me, left on their backs.
The way that's just the thing right
just
now.
The thing, bro.
So,
shouts out to everybody in the comment section last week, bro.
Wow.
Bro.
G?
I think that's the most comments we've had.
Do you know what you need to not do, yeah? You can't call out fighters, because what I noticed, yeah, the great defeaters.
Listen, no one is accepting people speaking on their name.
I noticed.
And there's no action. I see bare people in the comments and their first words were, I didn't expect to hear my name. I'm here now. I'm like, oh, that's the energy I wish heavyweight fighters were carrying today, bro.
Ishan, from nowhere.
Bruv.
Bro, Ishan's back.
He came in and said,
Yoruba Coffee's back.
He said, raw.
But wait. So
listen.
Nah, so are you ready to go into the comment section?
Yeah, let's do it,
let's go, man.
Mulla.
Nah, I need to do J Hard. Let me do this one.
Cool.
J Hard work pays off, yeah? Man like KG. And I have only noticed Dillian has got no footwork to move out of the way to avoid being standing target from uppercut. He needs to work on tucking his chin more. 100%.
I hear
There
that.
you go.
Mulla came in strong. Great pod again. Loved the passion. White was punch perfect to the point, and Povetkin was waiting for it, and a poor bit of movement with a sloppy right left him open as Povetkin threw the uppercut. But from the graphics Sky showed, as it was happening, Povetkin had boxed 100 more rounds than White. Not the first time Povetkin has done this, as he did the same against Price after Price rocked him. I don't think it was too dangerous for White, but because of the circumstances, I think we are over-evaluating. I don't think he was trying to prove anything, but I didn't blame him for the calmer approach because he'd gone gung-ho. Because had he gone gung-ho, he would have been too open for Povetkin. I don't think much needs to change in this rematch. In regards to changing of trainer, I feel that would have come regardless because I don't think Tibbs has taken him as far as he can.
Oh, snap.
He didn't get offered the AJ fight in a time frame he saw realistic, as he wanted a fair training camp time, only to allow Miller a proper camp for MSG. He goes, I don't think the fight affects the AJ.
Training camp for taking drugs is nuts.
Bro, MSG. But then MSG Madison Square Garden, so it could be. I don't think he means drugs.
Oh,
but, yeah. I know. That's mad. That's said he gave him a full camp to take his drugs, sir. He goes, I don't think this fight affects the AJ versus Fury talks because they've already agreed in principle. I don't necessarily think they're scared of each other, but the social media abuse and memes will have them feeling some type of way. When it comes to belts, the Ring Magazine is the belt of all belts. But with the sanctioning boards, it's either IBF or WBO. The WBA have a super, regular, and interim, and WBC have interim, silver, and franchise.
There you go.
So he's
So
on my side.
No, but
with
the Ring,
IBF.
but I said the Ring magazine thing.
Alright,
But then
fine,
WBC, as you see, he's poo-pooed the WBC.
Yeah,
so
yeah, they checked it.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I'm gonna do this one. Jeremiah Victor.
Calm.
He back again. Who was the last champion? The last by the way. When it the last person that you read?
I think it was No, that's Muller. I think it was Jeremiah Victor.
Jeremiah Victor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jeremiah Victor's in here.
Come to defend his title, the undisputed.
But he's come with smoke this week.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes, I was about to say, thanks to the comment of the week. Can you imagine? So he mentioned I was about to take my title, yeah, but I'm shaking my head. Hearing yet another set of boxing fans not supporting White's decision to take these risks. As boxing fans, we should be championing White for the risk he takes. So contenders follow suit because fighters doing the opposite is what's making boxing go through droughts. This is why promoters don't have a problem. Yeah, where we at? Not giving us the big fights because they know we'll take anything. We're giving it like mugs. KG's overreacting to the effect of this defeat on White's career. White has headlined 5 pay-per-views and is a multi-millionaire without having the full world title yet. Regardless of the fight being in Eddie's Garden, he still paid well because it was pay-per-view. If he wasn't paid well, it wouldn't have been a pay-per-view then, KG. So I'm saying he had smoke and I read him though. There you go. This is what I'm saying. You can't give everyone titles, bro. There you go.
We say we've drawn it.
Clements.
He failed
Wait,
the test.
yeah. We need
Wait
to
for
check.
that B sample,
That's
fam.
what I'm saying. You got Harvard reference this whole comment anyway. Why will always be drawn? Why will always be drawn win? That I don't understand that. Lose or draw because he gives his best possible fights he can and it's exciting. Knowing White's mentality to do you think AJ fights was a good deal? Was a good deal that he had declined. He's saying the AJ deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It couldn't have been good. Let me go back into it. Okay, ask yourself that. As fans, we should not accept anything less than what White does from any other contender. If we didn't accept this bullshit we're given, there you go. Joshua versus Wilder, Joshua versus Fury should already happen because the unification always trumps mandatories. There's no excuse for why we haven't seen seen these fights. It's greed. No matter what the splits are, these guys will be caked up. The Povetkin rematch has unexpectedly become huge, so financially White is fine. Therefore, White has the ability to take this risk, which is what fans should want. So clowning on Twitter is confusing. The Dubois fight adds absolutely nothing to White. What on earth has Dubois done to warrant that fight with White? And Joyce, fight is a foregone conclusion. Listen, he came swinging.
He came to fight this week still.
He came swinging.
Shout out to I am Dejwa Yoruba Coffee.
Come on.
He goes, minding my business, and I hear KG call my name out.
Oh my God.
Hashtag Yoruba Coffee. He goes, White needs to go down a new route. The WBC fight is never going to happen.
There we go.
P.S. The airiness of the KO with no crowds was scary. Ghostly science. P.S. I even have doubts that Povetkin takes the rematch or it happens so soon. Povetkin will have a quote-unquote fake injury to delay the rematch. Supposedly, the time limit for Fury and Wilder rematch is December, so we should hear news soon. I have a feeling it will be in Saudi to recoup the lost gate money. I can't see the fight doing well pay-per-view. Wilder has been too quiet. The only good to come of this is that we have a better chance of the AJ and Fury fight. No obstacles after Wilder and Pulev fights. P.S. Fury needs to stop talking until he actually defends a belt. Hashtag still waiting. I can't wait for the undefeated live show.
Come on. Listen,
Bro.
He said a lot in there, and I want to
He
get back
did.
to some of them comments because we're going to talk about how you should react after getting banged.
That's right.
What kind of energy you should be throwing out into the ether. We're definitely talking about that, but I want to go to Ishan Burrell now, yeah?
Calm.
Punit's younger. There you go. Whoa. I didn't realize I came here to be disrespected. I'm Anthony Yard to my dad's Tunde Ajayi.
Cheers!
He does the talking, I stick to the fighting.
You see it.
Either way, I did leave a comment a couple episodes ago about Roy Jones sparring with Eubanks Jr. and reminded me when my coach used to match me up with heavyweights. I would come in at 60 and he was 90. The idea I'd learned to deal with the power and learn to deal with the speed and movement, both of which were things that we never came up against to the same extent our own competitions. All I know is that one person had the bare end of the deal, and it definitely wasn't me. Interesting. So wait,
Yeah.
I want to
Makes sense.
Are you worried about the silence that's come from Roy Jones Tyson? Because
You know what? Because the fight.
are they taking the piss? Is it a Dr. Dre like album where we're not getting it?
The Detox album.
Details coming soon, bruv.
Do you know what?
I don't
Maybe,
understand
you know,
what's going on.
It's true, you know, we haven't had one single announcement. I mean, I see a couple videos from Tyson, but like nothing from Roy.
It is. Has Roy did Roy wake up and think, wait?
The ingredients of this is starting to look very cancelled-ish. And also, not just that, I see Evander Holyfield starting to post videos of his training. So I'm like, are we setting up for the replacement for Roy? Is Roy going to pull out?
Because remember in the beginning, and it's just speculative, yeah? We don't know nothing.
Yeah, gotta say that because
We know no.
the further we get into the boxing world, now we've got to start clarifying.
Yeah.
We don't actually know anything.
We don't know nothing, but I'm thinking about it now. It was supposed to start with Evander, but we saw those highlights of what Evander was doing.
Was looking
and we said, Evander,
slow motion.
get out.
Yeah.
Get out. I don't want to see that.
Come get your dad.
Yeah, come. That is not the real
That's
deal.
not what we need.
Yeah. So then Roy Jones, I don't know where he was, but he must have saw highlights of himself and said, I can fight Tyson. Then maybe he's watched those highlights and thought, wait.
Yeah.
This is Mike Tyson.
But you know, remember the recent announcement was that it's going to be a sanctioned fight. Now it's a case of they're going to give a belt at the end of it. So now Roy is probably in camp thinking, this preparation ain't really getting me ready for this fight still. So now he's like, let me bring in some sparring guys.
Yeah.
And maybe he's getting tucked in sparring. Because remember when Nigel Benn?
Yeah.
Nigel Benn brought Craig Richards. Held a couple body shots. Before you know it, he was on Instagram. He was on Instagram saying, it's not what I thought. My body, my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It all, the vision came crashing down. So maybe what's happened is, Roy Jones thought, yeah, you know what? I gotta get ready for the world champ. I gotta fight Mike Tyson. And he thought, let me bring in Badu Jack. Let me bring in Callum Swift. Let me move around with the big dogs. and then now he's like,
enough, though. They're not even heavy enough.
Fam, what I'm saying is he started with Eubank Jr., innit? So naturally he's slowly got to build. So it's like, let me bring in these man. And he probably held one little, and you know what it probably was? It's probably a punch here.
Junior tucked him in a little bit.
No, I reckon it was probably the punch that it was like, you know, you thought you blocked it, but you blocked it with your shoulder.
Yeah.
And that shoulder's now giving man pain. And he's starting to realize that this body ain't really.
I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
I'm still Roy Jones Jr.
I'm still Roy, but the worst position in all this is that maybe the money's still needed though. So now he's sparring and he's like, yeah, this hurts. This all hurts. But then them man are saying, but he's thinking, but like, I still need that 20 mil. So it's like, you know when the trainer is now no longer talking strategy, he's just saying to you gonna be okay?
But then, no, so I don't think Roy, a part of me thinks Roy Jones was this was a step too far.
I feel like
because
they're gearing up for the pullout.
There you go. It has to be because it's too silent, and deep down when they started talking title stuff, and you saw Tyson
Mike
frog at the mouth.
Foaming at the mouth.
Foaming at the mouth. And he looked at that video and said, nah, I don't want this Tyson.
You got too much to prove.
There's too much to prove in this man.
How can you want to prove all this in your 50s?
There you go. And Roy Jones thinking, I just wanted to mess around. Do you know what I mean? Move about. Do you know what I mean?
Like, it'll be nice to get under the lights again.
There
Tyson's
you go,
like,
now.
I want a body.
Yeah.
Two different energies.
Yeah. And again, if you're ever worried about Tyson, go back and watch one of the episodes when he's talking and he says, sometimes I feel like a bitch. And at that moment,
Sugar Ray Leonard's face
Sugar Ray
was society's reaction to that video was all in Sugar Ray Leonard's face. He was just looking, he was just like, You know when you're out with the man them and when your boy gets too drunk and he starts telling you mere random things and Charlie's cheating on man and you're looking like rotting.
Yeah.
It's like
So,
raw.
I honestly feel Roy Jones, a message to you, bro. Pull out now.
No, you know what it is? Do what you need to do for your own. Like, do what you can sleep with. Like, if you can go sleep and that confident with your decision, that's the decision for you.
Can we create beef?
For who?
I really want to create beef.
With who?
Would you like to see Tyson versus Lennox again?
Nah. I don't want to see Lennox.
Who do you reckon will win?
I think Lennox wins.
Still,
I just can't see how. Put it this way, let's be real. Lennox is in Jamaica,
Yeah.
right? With the camp. He's constantly around the gym.
Mm.
I don't feel like he's out of shape. I feel like I think their starting places are different. Tyson,
but Tyson's in shape now.
Tyson's in shape now. Tyson
Yeah.
came from weed business. I'm smoking weed every week, consistent.
Lennox
Bro,
is in.
I'm telling you.
There's
Remember
got
these?
to be one split.
I'm telling you right
Lennox
now,
has
yeah.
seen
No, but
recently.
listen, hear what I'm saying though. Muscle memory in fighters, yeah.
Yeah.
Is gonna have their body get back to looking good. Look at David
Yeah.
Haye, bro. He showed up to the belly fight looking like,
Amazing.
I'm still David Haye.
Broken ankle.
Body was not there underneath.
Just biscuits.
Under the bonnet.
His bones are biscuits, fam.
Yeah.
They just crumbled, fam.
So when we see Tyson take a shot, we don't know what it's gonna look
Yeah.
like. So compare their lifestyle. Tyson was fat.
Yeah.
You ain't seen Lennox fat, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but do you reckon? So you're saying Lennox? No, but I'm saying
The
right
maintenance.
now. I get you. You're saying it's maintenance, but again,
And also, I don't know if this helps, but Lennox, when we last saw him, even in his older years, still was at that level.
Yeah.
Tyson left his boxing career very much a shell of Tyson. So I'm telling you, the starting places are very different for them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Lennox had a twilight.
Dignity.
Lennox had a twilight career as well. Where I say, what I mean by twilight is that as he got older, he actually went into his prime.
Bro,
Whereas
help me
Tyson hit 21. It was like 4 years. After that, it's like, he's not the same.
So wait, Travis, are you saying that Tyson can't do it?
I don't think he
In
can
the
beat
best
Lennox.
shape that he's in right now?
He's not beating Lennox.
Are you saying that Tyson can't do it?
100%.
100%?
Yeah, that's how
I'm
I
saying
feel.
Lennox. Actually, I don't want
You going against Lennox again?
No.
You've not learned one single thing.
Bro.
He brought us to Vegas.
I'm learned.
Man sat us down in Vegas
Lennox,
to
though.
tell you to your face.
Nah,
you
Lennox. You see the first time you... Nah.
Hey, you want to do this again?
Nah, Lennox. I'm not going to talk directly to Lennox because it ended nuts.
Exactly.
Alright, but Lennox, real talk.
Your
bro.
hands are big, Lennox.
I didn't say that, bro. We need to address this as well. I fully didn't say that,
At
bro.
least put that video in so everyone can see the evidence.
Nah,
Your
bro,
hands
I
are
didn't-
big, Lennox.
Nah, I didn't say that. Lennox even knows. When I saw him, I did not say your hands are big, bruv. I think
Lennox
Lennox
weren't listening to you. Lennox weren't listening to you.
Anyway, let me talk to Lennox. Yeah, the first time you fought him, yeah, people had stuff to say. Yeah, they had questions. Do you know what I mean? They said you didn't fight the real Tyson.
So what, the
You know
real
what I
Tyson
mean?
is now in his 50s?
And I know, I'm saying right now, yeah, it's like I beat him twice. Sometimes when you say, bro, I beat him twice, it's there. You can't argue. You see how Belly just silenced David Haye?
No.
You see how Belly
he didn't
silenced
silence
your
nothing.
champion? He silenced him. So now when
Everybody
Belly,
knows
I don't
that Belly
care,
fought
but when
old David
if Belly,
Haye.
wait, if Belly's,
Yeah,
just
but-
imagine they're in a room, yeah, and Belly's talking and David Hayes talking,
Yeah.
and then Belly would raise his voice. David Haye knows he has to silence himself.
He's
I'm talking
David
right
Hayes
now.
changed,
I punched
bro.
up
David
twice.
Hayes different. David Hayes a different person
But
now.
I punched up twice and I'm Belly,
Yeah,
and
but
you lost to me.
Listen, you know what it is, yeah? David
There
Haye,
you go.
David
Anyway,
Haye is
let
at
me-
a stage of maturity in his
Yeah.
life. You see it in his interviews and
He's
his
not-
comments.
he's not
He's
mature.
sitting there
He's not
going,
mature.
in his head, you can see when he just
It
goes,
doesn't matter. It's in your
if
head.
I was
I banged you up.
If I was younger, I'd
But I
do
banged you up.
Today, you know, I'm not that guy. So,
Nah, it
and
don't
he just
matter.
laughs. You can see the energy.
Listen, Lennox, one more time. If you can. That's what I'm saying. One more time. Because Lennox watches, you know. Lennox, bro, stirred the beef, bro. Roy Jones is not doing it, bro.
I'm not stirring the beat. I'm just saying he beats him.
I know, but I'm saying Tyson.
Listen,
I'm just gonna say Lennox, I'm with you, fam.
listen. Everybody else on the Undefeated Pod is 100% behind Lennox beating Tyson. Somehow, KG is going against you again, fam. I don't know what he needs.
All right, let's go.
All right, cool.
Really, you need to
Skinny
talk about-
Kinney. Shouts out to Skinny Kinney, man. I like when I see
Yeah, he's
Skinny
amazing.
Kinney's
He's
names come
amazing
up.
still.
Let me get this quote. So he goes, another issue with Dillian. Okay, sorry, there's another comment. As an American, it's hard to believe that people are asking people to lay off Dillian White. Who has Dillian White laid off of? He has bombarded every other fighter who's lost, made videos, published himself laughing. Now, when things don't go his way, you expect us to treat him with class and dignity? Why? WTH, what the hell? He goes, I get laid off work and you laugh out loud and publish a video of me saying I'm broke. He goes, then you get laid off and expect to be consoled and understanding? Really? He goes, and another thing, another issue with Dillian, he seems to go in really hard on minority opponents like Ruiz, Wilder, Chisora, and to some extent AJ. He calls the minority guys cowards, fat, gay, twerkers, gutless, bums, coons, Uncle Toms. Incredible comment coming from him. He was throwing tables and tripping on Chisora. Ortiz can't speak English, and beneath him as a man, he said he would smack AJ, but none of that same energy for white opponents like Allen, Hellenius Parker, not actually white but looks very close to white, Wack and Povetkin, a little very light heat on Fury, zero resistance to Barry Hearn calling him a slave, zero resistance to Eddie losing the Pulev Mando, lowballing him on the AJ rematch, using him as a guard dog for AJ. He goes, I'm still waiting on his Black Lives Matter statement. In brackets, he does manage some black fighters and works with a few black trainers though. Dillian seems to display a lot of Danny Glover character traits from the movie Django. He seems to go hard on the black and brown people at the request of the important people. In brackets, maybe I'm wrong. He goes, Trav, Wilder Ortiz won. The ending punch was a right uppercut. Povetkin is good, yes. He has power, yes. But Michael Hunter and Hughie Fury seemed quite able to fight him without sleeping during the fight. I thought Hunter beat Povetkin, but doesn't fit the narrative now, right?
He said a lot of things. He said a lot of things, bro.
He emptied the clip.
Yeah, he was not happy, bro. Obviously.
I read that laughing and then it was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I started laughing and and there was a moment when you're reading, I just staring at the back of the camera because it gets very technical. And remember, he is from abroad. He's in America.
Yeah.
And the disrespect that Dillian has shown American fighters has been insane.
The video for Dillian when Deontay Wilder lost, that laughing video,
it's disgusting.
He laughed from the guts.
Even have you heard the new one? He said that the only thing that Ruiz is fighting is type 2 diabetes or something, and he's got a better chance against diabetes than me.
He said he can't overcome me, but he can overcome diabetes.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows how it works. So he said he can change from type 1 to type 2.
Yeah, it's like I don't think he understands the severity of diabetes and how it works.
It's a bit nuts still, but then even when he said it, I was like, I can imagine how it might be able to rub the American fans because it's like someone. Yeah. It's like being over there and when they talk about us.
When Big Baby Miller was cussing AJ, the sense of pride that I felt, it was like, what?
Yeah.
As if I could contribute to that beef.
So I can understand where he sees it, but then he raises an interesting thing. I wouldn't go far as the Django character thing that he said. Yeah, but then the receipts that he was pulling out when he says he only goes hard against the black fighters, I need to do real research
to look into that
on that in terms of that. But then what he did say,
he's been talking a bit of smoke about
the
Fury.
Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah.
He has that's one receipt.
That's interesting because
that's one interesting receipt.
It's an interesting one because it's like you look at how often he's called AJ out for not being real and not being one of the man them, like, do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of you're just doing the media thing. Yeah. So it's like, okay, in recent times we've seen AJ kind of speak out a bit more and kind of show certain allegiances to the community and stuff like that. And if Dillian is void of those moments, especially in the way the world has gone, it's like.
But some people say there's an argument, and I didn't know it was gonna go here. But there's an argument when someone who says my skin color is the protest already. Though I live this every day. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need to say Black Lives Matter when it's like it's someone else. It's my ally that I need to say Black Lives Matter. I live it.
I understand. I mean, for me, I've never been someone to look at and be like, what are you doing? Because I just don't feel like it's needed. But at the same time, when you are outspoken and then you're calling out people for not being outspoken or being real, and then you go quiet on specific subjects, it looks funny in the light. So when someone does highlight that and have that kind of receipt, you have to say, well, let's look at that now.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know? And the funny thing is, there's some people that you wouldn't think to say that about. Also, when it's him. So it's like,
well, this is the thing, because remember, we're close to it. Dillian White is from the bits. He's not far from our ends even. So even the Barry Hearn thing, the slave thing, where he just kind of sat there and it was just like, he's like, that was a bit mad still, like looking back on it. Because he doesn't have that connection to Dillian White that we do. Okay. When we look at Dillian White, that's one of the.
So it looks funny for them. It looks funny, and it's better.
Very interesting angle.
So from his perspective, I can understand the gusto. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. Now, I don't know if he's. There's certain people that are in the position where you need to talk. I don't feel White is in the position. No. It's actually, listen, here in Chisora, like right now, there's certain, it's even in like NBA, there's certain players that are talking like from all sorts of mad teams. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Hill and them, man. I don't even want to hear from LeBron.
Nah,
I
do you
want to
know
hear from Kawhi. I don't want to hear from.
But some stuff, you know what it is, yeah? Some conversations are bigger than the clout. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if it's this one, for example.
Yeah.
If a fighter who's only had 2 fights, like there's a fighter, and I forgot his name, but he was the first boxer to do take a knee or whatever. Like, do that kind of symbolic gesture. That caught attention, and he's what 4-0 fighter or something like that.
Yeah.
It's bigger than whatever your platform is.
Oh,
so
so you think that you, as a black, if you're a black person, do you feel that, and you're known?
This is not if you're a black person. It's not necessarily a call out if you're with us or against us type thing. It's more a case of if you are outspoken like how you are.
Yeah.
And you are so outspoken enough to call other people out on their behavior.
Yeah.
And in times like these, suddenly it's quiet. It's one of them things where you go, well, why are you quiet about this? This is one of those situations, especially looking by your own standards.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You stuck it on my man. Whereas if I'm quiet and you're quiet,
yeah,
it's what it is. But if I'm like loud, I'm like, you're not real, you're not being real, and then you go and do something real, and I'm sitting there like, that could even say that I disagree.
Listen, that's a real interesting one. I like to see what I'm interested in what Dillian thinks about that one. Listen, I'm so confident that boxers watch our show now. Yeah,
now we got
that. Like,
we can follow
Dillian,
through. We'll bring this up. One day we'll meet.
We can
talk this one out.
Yeah.
We've got one from Nev. Nev
Great
says,
comment, though.
KG, you need to promote this thing whenever you're on the United stand. I mean, every time you're on it, love the show. Automatic like every time, boys. Big up, bro. Think King J. Not just because you lot are man them, but this is the best boxing podcast I've heard.
I know you're gonna dig this.
He goes, I got love. I got love for Spencer and Tunde, but I like the way you guys bring in other important war topics as well. Keep it going. We got love for Spencer and Tunde as well.
Don't know.
So yeah, I mean, appreciate that.
Spencer knows everything about boxing.
Bro, Spencer's the guy, bro.
The whole history.
How
we did I do JP?
JP, nah, give it to him.
All right, cool. After Dillian White versus Povetkin fight, you have to realize Joshua deserves a lot more credit for taking Povetkin's best shots and knocking Povetkin out in a devastating fashion when he was 2 years younger too.
That's real.
Joshua doesn't get enough credit for knocking out top 10 opponents, but Tyson Fury gets called a god.
Give it to them
for knocking out car salesman.
That's my brother.
Wow.
That's my. I love when comments come and it's just like, it's like I put it there. Shouts out to JP for that one, boy.
Give us a soul star.
We got we can get Hooper first. Hooper 7-2. Dillian has to be respected for taking on the big rough Russian. However, Hearn is doing with him what Warren is doing with Joyce. The man is second best, and there's no doubt about it. He looked tired and hanging on the ropes when Povetkin was taking his second count. Probably an unpopular opinion, I know, but I don't think White is world class. He's beaten plenty of men, but they were either washed up and old, but they were not great in the first place, or have been played up by Hearn and his lapdogs.
That's a lie.
Nelson and Macklin. I think he's reached his ceiling.
I disagree.
I disagree. I think there's more for
wholeheartedly
White to do.
Dylan White, I'm telling you, I've worked out how Dylan White does it.
Go on.
Are we ready to get into the? Are we ready?
Let's do a couple soul stars and then I got to deal with you man are done for. Cause
oh yeah, you got. Should I quickly deal this?
Go for it.
Do you know what's so funny? Travis says beef, in the comment section. You know, last week, I'm just letting people understand what happened. Last week, we're talking about, there was a comment about the N-word, where you man are done for, accused Travis of, like you can't say we can't take the power of the N-word and this, that, and the other. Yep, boom. It's like the hijab and so and so. He made that comment. And then Travis said something, you man are done for, came back. Yeah?
Now, I started to say something, but then I realized I wasn't informed enough to speak on it. So I said, comment more and let me know.
There you go.
With more information.
So he came back with mad gusto. Obviously, me being the stirrer. Yeah. I was in the comment section like, yeah. I don't even know what I said, but I was like, I'm here for this. Anyway, so I'm just letting you understand what's going on, what's cooking over here. Yeah. But let me just quickly, I'm going to read a Soul Star comment. Thing is, guys, you can't just try to go for the kill with fighter like Povetkin. His punches are compact and fast. He swings even when he's hurt. Dylan has a slower hand speed, so would be susceptible from to getting caught, just like AJ. Also, this is what I rated. Dylan assessed. See Travis, LOL. If Povetkin was hurt and realized he's not ready yet, so I'll wait. Again, I understand what you're saying, Soulstar, but I don't think that was the move. I think, and you basically, we're not going to get into what I watched in because there was he owned up to a lot of stuff. Like you,
speak to a lot of that.
You do your thing.
What's the password for the laptop?
Apple.
You're gonna have to edit around this, Julian. Hopefully, it's still running. APPLE.
It's still going to be running.
Cool. I just want to be sure.
Yeah. It's fine.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Back recording.
Calm. Yeah, fam. Alright, cool. So you men are done for came back. Now, in the last thing I said, I believe was that I felt like it was a false equivalence to compare the N-word and the hijab, right? Because he's trying to say that the N-word is our culture that we should embrace. Yeah. Sometimes people like to criticize when Muslim women wear the hijab because it's not their culture and they should just lean into it and embrace it. My response was I think that was a false equivalence. Yeah. Because of how the word started out. So he's come in with a response and says, Trav, I'ma send for you because you remind me of those preachers that read one verse of the Bible but miss the premise of the chapter. He goes on to say, the example of the hijab was not a false equivalency because the premise of the comment was about not letting other cultures determine aspects of your own culture. There are a lot of things that black people do that can be traced back to a history of abuse. Black people came from Africa in chains. Today, white people wear jewelry. Black people still wear chains. Should black people wear chains then? Should black people say the N-word? Should black people cook chitlins? Some black people will say they shouldn't, which is the problem because you have to understand the only thing the oppressor wants is the psychological advantage of knowing that they can take anything from your culture. Blacks should protect aspects of their culture until they decide what to do in their own time. If black people as a whole decide to stop using the N-word today, history will say it's because Tyson Fury forced the situation.
I don't understand that bit.
Yeah, no, they won't. Black people should desire the dignity of making decisions on their own watch. And Doofus Creations responded and said, what happened with your movie? Shouts out to the undefeated comic. Man came back to have my back, boy. That was mad. So yeah, so basically the thing is the hijab thing for me, the reason why I called it a false equivalence is because the N-word started out as abusive way to cripple black mentally in ways that it's something that triggers an awful response in us historically, right? Now, reclaiming ownership of that word, for me, that's one of those things where it's like, nah, I don't feel that way. Now, some people can say over a period of time it's been used in the music and trying to place it as a term of endearment, but just this week I watched this it's a documentary with Dave Chappelle and Maya Angelou called Iconoclasts, and they're sitting together and they're talking, right? And they spoke about the N-word, and she said, if I take a glass of poison and give it to you, and you keep this poison and just continue with it because you now like it, it's still poison. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, this is kind of how I feel about this word. I'm like, we can try to dress it up and point it up and say it, now it's a term of love. The word was abusive in the fact that even if a white man was to say it to you today with that intent of the original intent, it still has that same intent and would evoke a horrible reaction out of you. So I look at that and I think to myself, rather than try to safeguard and protect this thing and have it like an exclusive club only just for that little momentary feeling of like, yeah, we've taken it back, get rid of the whole thing. Use other words, use other ways to show love to our people. That's why I'm just like, I don't need to take this abusive word that someone gave to me. Do you know what I mean? That's
your prerogative, though.
Yeah,
that is your prerogative.
And also, to my point that I've made in other episodes, black people were not monoliths. Yeah. I feel this way.
That's right.
You are entitled to feel another way. But we are both on the same page when we say that if a white person is saying it, it shouldn't be happening. So you can feel how you feel about it. I feel how I feel about it. But we can all agree that we don't want people outside the culture using the word.
Bruv, do you know what I want to see?
What?
Free and no. No.
Free and no.
Free and no. No, you know what? I want to move on, and I'm going to move on.
But no, big up, bro. Because
big up, I like that.
One thing I can say is I like debate. Do you know what I mean? So don't feel personal. I noticed that your comments were starting to get spicy, and I'm like, I'm not going to get into it with you, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because if this was a comedy club, do a madness, but it's not. We're
No,
speaking.
but that's
you
when you
support-
see right now.
No.
You just done. See,
No,
you
but
were
what I'm
doing
saying
so well, bro.
No, but what I'm saying
No,
is
because that was toxic.
No, but
bro.
my whole thing is.
That's like at
no, but
school
I'm not
when
going,
it said no.
I'm
Because if
saying,
we fought,
no,
I'll
I'm
bang in your
no,
face.
Get off. No,
That's
I'm
what you
saying,
gave him. You gave
I'm
him.
saying.
Go on, go on.
I'm saying.
Go on.
In another thing where it's like, if I'm going for jokes and the aim is to win the debate, I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to get my point across, and you're getting your point across. Whereas in a comedy club setting, it's just about winning.
Okay. And
So then I would just cuss and just make jokes.
No,
but
that's
I'm not
all
trying to do jokes. He came in and said, "Right, you're moving mad Stephen A. Smithish." I'm like, I know I can come back, but it's like for me, this is not what this type of conversation
All right,
is about.
I hear
That's
you.
what my
I
point
hear
is.
you. I hear what you're playing.
But let's move
to
on,
me,
bro.
I heard something else, but it's fine.
Let's just
anyway,
move on.
we're gonna move on, and we're getting into boxing. But what we have to do right now is obviously Wakanda forever. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I know. Sorry, I had to because I was like, this is a podcast. We got us two standing here, and we lost an amazing actor, but it's significant. It's a black superhero. Do you know what I mean? And it's a superhero to us, and I have to do this. Yeah, I mean, this is our platform. It is what it is. Chadwick Boseman,
Legend.
a legend. Do you know what I mean? And it's just even down to just the style of not speaking. That was the hardest. I think what people were spun by was the fact that he
Just kept it to himself.
He kept it to himself. You know what I mean? In a generation of we say everything.
Of
We know what's
oversharing.
going on with fighters. We know who's injured. We know so much. I want to know who Hunter's link is. You know, there's a guy that tweets.
Yeah.
There's a guy that tweets and he knows everything in boxing. You're like, how do you know this?
Or Michael Benson.
Michael Benson. He knows everything. I was like, wait,
He's
how? But anyway,
there's some interesting perspectives on Michael
yeah,
Benson.
but I'm saying that. But we live in a time where everything is known, and for him to work as hard as he did, and to deliver for the importance, he realized what it was to the community. So I know a lot of people saw Black Panther. Some people saw it as disrespectful because like he was more than that. But he realized this was so significant for not only our generation, but the generation that comes after. That lives in time. That is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm so proud to know that he done that, and it gave me hope. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say rest in peace to you. Rest in peace, King, soldier, amazing person, and prayers to your family. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm ready to get into boxing.
Let's pause.
I'm ready to talk.
Cool.
So I'm gonna say it again. I'm coming for Wilder, bro.
You're coming for Wilder.
I'm
Talk to me.
coming
Talk to me.
for Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
There's a difference. You see if you get banged in your face, yeah? You see if you hold a big bang, like a disrespectful bang, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a way that you should be asking for the rematch, yeah? There's a different energy. You see what I'm saying? You need to tweet, whoever you need to tweet, whoever's your manager, whoever you're tweeting, because you have to show the public
That you care.
that I'm talking to my man. Because, you know, he knows Eddie Hearn's number. He ain't just got at Eddie. He's letting everyone know. I'm letting everyone know I'm talking to Eddie Hearn. Do you see what I'm saying? My energy, yeah, is immediate rematch. This rematch is coming. I'm hearing the rematch is coming in November, fam. In November. He's already left straight to Portugal, back in training camp. The energy is different. Deontay Wilder fought. We saw him twerking. I'm just saying the facts. These are receipts. We saw man twerking.
Okay, go on.
We said your king.
I'll let you land.
We heard him say, "Your king will return. I'll be back." We heard all sorts, but then we're hearing little secrets of injury. Then we're hearing stuff. When we're hearing the money, the finance, the step away piece, bro. You have one of the biggest guys in. Bro, you lost your titles. Dillian didn't even lose any titles, bro. You lost it all. As soon trigger that rematch course. Who's this guy? Who looks after him?
Is it? No, not Schaefer.
I'm talking his promoter.
Was it Lou DiBella?
It can't be Lou.
Who's his trainer again?
His
Manager. I can't remember.
But I'm saying right now. Oh wait, there's a few people that's involved in there.
Oh, Al Heyman. There's a lot of men in
Al
the mix
Heyman,
still. Yeah.
Shelly.
Finkel,
the man them
Shelly
are there.
Finkel,
That's
that's
it.
it.
There you go. The man them are there to make this fight happen. You seen as soon as Fury got back to the UK.
All right, but let's be fair.
Let's go.
Let's be fair.
Talk to me, bro.
Povetkin and Fury are very different levels of fighter.
Bro,
In terms
your belts
of
are gone.
In terms of quickly rushing back in there.
Bruv, your belts are gone.
I hear that. But Dillian, let's look at the fight, yeah? Dillian is rushing back into that fight because he's like, I didn't get beat up. He said it in the interview. I didn't get dominated. I didn't get outboxed.
That was shots, by the way.
Man had a moment.
He was sending shots, by the way.
Yeah,
just
but-
letting you know. He said, I didn't get beat up like Wilder.
Yeah, I didn't get beat
And I
up.
didn't get beat up
Like
like
AJ.
AJ.
Yeah,
and
but-
AJ, he said, AJ came back on a running man thing. That's what he said.
I hear that.
It was a secret
Let's-
shot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a
light
secret
jab.
shot. It's jabbing. He's jabbing
someone,
everywhere.
Dillian is someone that's, if he's ever gonna go down, he's going down shooting.
Yeah,
he's
100%.
like, you're a dickhead. You're still a dickhead. I don't care. Like, but no, listen though, he was beating Povetkin, 2 knockdowns, and it was a great shot that knocked him out.
Yeah.
That could be something that you just chalk up to heavyweight boxing.
Okay.
With AJ, when he lost, that weren't just heavyweight boxing. That was that's 4 knockdowns. That's nuts. Wilder and Fury, mad. So rushing back into the rematch is why AJ deserves some respect for how he came back and won the fight.
Yeah.
I don't have, an ill view of changing your style and outboxing him. I
But
don't feel
you're
like...
making a key point there. Look how AJ came back. AJ was like, I'm getting that rematch. It's happening.
Yeah, but he changed his style, and Dillian is trying to frame it as if that's a negative thing. Mm-hmm. It's an intelligent thing.
No, it's very but what you're
Because
no,
the fact
you're
is-
talking about getting to the fight.
Yeah.
let's stay before the fight because that's what
hear
this
what
is
you're
where
s-
this
let me
is
build.
important.
Let me get there. I'm
You
getting
can
there.
get
Let
there.
me
I
get
know
there.
you can get there, but this one before you get there, you have to address the before the fight action, bruv. Which right now I feel that you're missing. But go ahead, bruv.
Listen, I'm saying he now has to go away and not just rush back into that fight.
Yeah.
Because you lose to Fury again.
Yeah.
Bro, the career's in the bin.
Okay.
Yeah? So he's got to figure out a way that he believes he can win again.
And he doesn't believe.
That's why you're going to delay. So that's why I don't think he's stupid. I think he's smart for moving like this. Because if he loses again, he's out of the picture.
No, of a picture.
I don't know about
I'm
that, bro.
telling you, there's
Two shot. Where man believe
there's
you.
WBO, there's titles, there's vacations happening, bruv.
I'm just
There's-
saying.
things
I
are
hate
getting
you.
vacated. There's different routes.
Dillian has a much easier mountain to climb with Povetkin than Wilder does with Fury.
I'm telling you right now, if you come back and tell me your king will return, yeah, I want to see you sign that rematch immediately.
But let's check this out.
Don't say you're my king, bro.
So-
Is this your king? That's almost what it's.
Never have I claimed Wilder as my king.
I'm just saying, no,
I don't
because
claim any man.
I believe you. No, I believe what you're saying, yeah. But I'm talking about there's an energy that you have
But how do we
after
know?
a beating.
How do we know Wilder is not secretly just training and getting his mind right? Because remember, he was moving a bit mad with the stunts and stuff.
Yep.
Before, how do you know he's not saying, you know what? Let's get back to basics. Let's get mentally in the zone I need to be in to be at my best for this rematch.
I think the beatdown was.
No,
so
yeah,
aggressive.
we're looking too much into
But
it.
then what I'm talking about, how does he make those legs bigger?
It's not about making legs bigger. It's about getting yourself back to the place where you believe you can win again.
So what
that
does what does Wilder need to do to beat Fury?
Technically, there's a lot of things he needs to do to beat Fury, but mentally, he now has to get over the fact he's been stopped. He just got stopped by Fury, bro. When has Wilder been stopped? He ain't lost before. So now there's a long journey to come back. You rush back in, you can get that wrong. So that's why I'm not really against that. AJ's one surprised me because I thought, right, it's going to happen again.
Are you comfortable with your champion not wanting? As far as I'm concerned, it feels Roy Jones energy-ish, fam.
Bro, be smart.
It feels Roy
All I'm
Jones-ish,
saying-
bro.
Listen,
And that sounds nuts. I'm talking Roy Jones, Twilight doing this help and dignity Roy Jones. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
Roy Jones. Yeah, I'm talking
I hear what you're
about
saying.
help and dignity Roy Jones. He don't want to smoke.
My thing is-
someone that said he's the baddest man, the new baddest man on the planet. Yeah, that's not how I want you to represent yourself.
Okay, cool.
From my, you
And
know what I mean?
the original baddest man on the planet lost the Holyfield the first time,
Yep.
came back and lost again. He's not gonna. No one wants to do. You don't want to get it wrong the second time.
Yep. And I don't think he can. I don't think he can fix things.
Well, look,
And the funny thing is, I believe he knows. And that step aside check, it looks good, bro. Take it.
listen. End of the day,
Take it.
We don't know his headspace because he's been quiet, and sometimes that's the powerful position to have.
Bro, he's speaking another language when Dylan lost, bro. He
No.
sent a tweet out. What was that thing that he wrote? In
Yeah, was it Gazelle?
He's
Eye for an eye.
chatting. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, cool. But what
That
I'm
one
saying
your eye
is,
to take,
but
bro.
we don't know where Wilder is at mentally right now because he's been quiet. And I'm telling you, psychologically, Tyson Fury needs this man to be speaking and engaging so he can do his mind games. With silence, you can't do nothing with silence. I'm just saying, let's not
But
count
what if?
him.
But my always retort would be, I silenced you. A man that speaks so much.
No, that's
listen,
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then there's a time limit on how much that silence becomes your move to when it's my move.
I like that.
Because if Ali got silenced with a mad KO, cool, he stopped talking. But then after he stops talking for a certain point, he'd be like, well, normally he'd speak, so something's going on. And now you're the one that's going to be
Now
asking
trying to
questions.
unnerve me with the what do you call it?
Exactly.
I think
I'm not overestimating the ability that Wilder's going to have in a rematch.
Yeah.
But I am saying that silence is not a bad thing.
I just can't. The problem with me is I can't see. He can't put the weight on. He will not be comfortable heavier.
No, and he's got to lose weight. He's got to lose weight. That's
even dangerous.
Wilder,
he mistreated
okay, you
him.
know what? I was talking to my dad this weekend, right?
Let's go.
Because we watched the Dubois fight. And my dad was saying, one thing that Wilder needs to add to his game that would make him very dangerous is the ability to fight moving backwards.
You're asking him to be that guy is what he is.
No, if he can fight moving backwards, Wilder becomes very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, you can't pressure me. I still have this power. I can walk you down and I still have this power. If he can add that to his game, and it's a very... It seems like a simple... It's not simple.
It's very difficult.
It's not simple. But if he can... Remember, he's a professional. This man can turn corners in ways that normal men can't. So if he can...
But then the problem with what you're...
That changes everything because Fury cannot rush him.
So now when we do breakdown analysis, the Dillian White that we've seen today, which was that Dillian that was throwing that amazing jab, looking great in the Povetkin fight, that is something that has been built up over time. Yeah, Dillian, from what we saw against AJ to the Dillian that we see now,
it's been a lot of improvement.
He's improved in each fight. The problem with what Wilder's going to have, he's not going to have tune-up fights. The next fight is the fight. Do you see what I'm saying? So to get better at fighting on moving back, I believe he is what he is. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't see why becoming a more skilled fighter because he just is what he is. Do you know what I mean? And he's relied on his power for so long. So now, but to tell him in one training camp or from now where you've been quiet to learn those things, I can't see it happening. So you come into this fight and you need to be heavier. Because you got moved about. Even the things, all the dark arts, the leaning on him and just getting him off. All the things that a smart fighter will do, and like it or not, Fury is a ring merchant, very intelligent. Ring IQ is insane. So
do you think
he's got no chance? And why I know.
No, you can't say no chance. Anybody got a chance?
But he's got the in terms of the chance percentage, it's incredibly low.
It is low.
It's looking Povetkin-ish.
But at the same time, let's look at the psychological aspects of the fight.
Yeah.
Fury has knocked him out.
Badly.
Yeah. Fury is not a knockout man, right? So that knockout means more to Fury than it does to a knockout artist.
But if I knocked you out 3 or 4 times in one fight,
no,
I took you down twice.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When Wilder knocks people out, that's normal for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to change me. Tomorrow in the next fight, it's not going to change me.
Yeah.
Fury, that's a special knockout for Fury's career. So then going into that fight again, do you expect your power to have more impact than it normally does? Does that change the way you react to your own punches landing? Because there's an element of, they say don't admire your work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see a fighter land a shot, bang! And he's almost looking at him like waiting for him to go down because normally man go down. So when you've dominated a man in the way he has with Wilder, he's probably going to think the first clean shot I land, I want to see them knees buckle. I want to see some reaction. And then it's like, wait a minute. Now I'm stagnant because I've landed a shot and I'm waiting here. Knockouts can happen once you start moving like that. So I'm like, with somebody that powerful, you can never write him off.
I know you can never write him off, but I'm saying that the guy that he's going against feels if he says, all right, you know what, you want to do this points thing, we can do the points thing. If Fury thinks, because Fury's never gonna decide tomorrow I'm a knockout artist, as you said. Do you know what I'm saying? So he knows if you just want to do technical boxing,
but we ain't seen Fury go 12 rounds at 270. Remember he came to that fight massive.
Yeah, he came in massive.
So 270 for 12 rounds bounced on toes. I don't trust in Deontay's ability. I don't think Deontay can pressure him, but I think
I don't trust in his ability in that, like little things that happen, even the licking and when he's like doing that thing when he's holding him. There was so much disrespect.
It's a mind game thing.
I feel that he took so much from him, and even the community, bro, the community that he had on his back on that night.
But look at it though.
Let's go.
You talk about what he took from him. Has Fury been someone who manages and continues at a certain level in terms of title defenses, managing expectation of him? He's a good underdog.
Yeah,
he's one of the best underdogs. But walking into a fight as the champ that's expected to win, we're gonna see how he carries that, because Wilder clearly crumbled with the whole he did too much to suit. He did the whole thing. I'm doing this for black community and did too much pressure. That does something to you as well.
100%.
So when you strip that off and now you're the underdog, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got something to prove again. The Klitschko fight, the rematch that never happened, would have been a very different fight in my estimation.
Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
I'm now the
AJ
champ.
got the best Klitschko.
That's right.
AJ got the best.
That's right.
Reinvigorated Klitschko.
So now we've got this Wilder that's coming through with no pressure really, and everyone's kind of written him off.
Oh, the pressure.
Fury now has the pressure.
Yeah.
How does this guy handle mental pressure? We're gonna find out.
Yeah. You know what? As I said, again, Wilder, I'm talking to you, bro. If you are the person that you say you are, I need to hear you get more flagrant. I need to hear from you. I as it stands currently right now, yeah, in my spirit, yeah, I feel that you're taking walkaway money. There's gonna be a talk of injury. There's gonna be something. You are not gonna be the next fight. It's AJ Fury all day.
Now there's been some developments in the boxing rankings
Let's go.
because Usyk and his guys have come out and started saying we're not stepping aside. We want AJ next, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pissed me off seeing all that talk. Because I'm just like, bruv, you just came into the division, yeah? You looked bang average against the heavyweight that you fought, and you're talking like you're one of the big three. You're not, bro.
He has to though.
I get it, but I'm
This
never
is
gonna
good.
see until you listen. I'll tell you right now, yeah. For me, there's still a question mark over Usyk as a heavyweight.
I think he's gonna beat Chisora.
There's a question mark,
I think he's gonna tuck in Chisora.
and if
It's a
Chisora tucks him
ruiner.
in, the story is over.
It's over. Yep, I agree, and I think that's why he's tucking in Chisora. Chisora is interesting. Obviously, this. I don't want to say it's all or nothing for Chisora because
Nah, it's never all or nothing for Chisora.
Chisora just never. It's never. He always has someone to
He
fight,
got knocked spark out by Dillian White and David Hayes.
and he's back in the
Still in the game.
Still in the game.
You're
so
not getting rid of Chisora.
Chisora's actually not going anywhere.
He will retire on his own accord.
Yeah, definitely. But why Usyk needs to win for the sake of boxing? It's another name.
Nah.
It's another name.
I just don't
in
want
the
to
mix.
mess up the AJ and Fury fight happening as soon as possible.
Oh no, I don't mind the vacation.
Dillian has fallen out the
Yeah,
race.
Dillian is, but I don't mind the vacation. I need to see a
You
title
know why?
vacated.
I don't. You know
I'd
what
like
it
to
is?
see a title vacated.
I want an undisputed champ.
But I
That's
like
it.
looking for it.
I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm done, bro. I'm tired of seeing things get drawn out and split up and someone lose and it should. No. Now I want undisputed champ. I've been following this story for way too freaking long. AJ and Wilder should have happened time ago.
Yeah, I
Wilder
agree.
and AJ and Fury should have happened time ago. But here we are now with this stale fight on our Christmas list for another year again.
But okay, so play this game with me, yeah? Speculation time.
All right.
Usyk looks phenomenal.
What, knocks out Chisora?
Against Chisora. Like, phenomenal. Are you telling me you don't want to see him fight, what's his name? You don't want to see him fight AJ? Because that's going to be another name, another notch. I would love to
You know
see
what?
it.
I'll tell you what.
If he does a phenomenal performance, are you telling me you don't want to see it?
Cool. Yeah, I'd want to see it. It's another.
Let's go.
But I don't want to see it more than AJ and Fury. That fight for me is the fight of
It is
this
the
era.
fight. It's the
so that's
fight.
why I'm like, yeah, cool. It would be an exciting fight for afterwards. For whoever wins the AJ and Fury fight, he can fight Usyk.
I don't mind the belts being. I
Nah,
want to see.
I need
do you
the
know,
undisputed,
I know.
man.
No, I hear it.
Four
I've
main
been,
straps. That's the king of the era. That's it. He can. This person can fight 2 more times and then retire.
I don't want to hear retirement, bro.
You think these men are gonna be around forever?
No, not forever, but at least give us 4 years.
Nah, give us your prime moments. I want the prime moments. I'm
But I'm
tired
saying
of
these men have still got time.
Yeah, but I'm tired of the big fights happening when these men are out of their prime or edging out of their prime. Look
Trust
at
me,
Floyd
Travis,
and Manny
I'm
Pacquiao,
with you.
bro.
Travis, you know, I'm not even on this point. I'm definitely not fighting you. I feel that all these fights, the fights we want to get to see, can happen from now and 3 years. All the fights. I'm
You're
talking
saying that.
everything.
And then Fury messes it up and retires again for no reason. We're talking about very unstable men in this game right now.
Yeah.
And this is the moment where they've decided to stay on the horse. I want it to happen now. I don't want no messing around.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury he looks like he's staying in shape. Let that fight be next. AJ's gonna fight Pulev. He's gonna be back in shape. Ring rust will be off. Let that fight happen. I'm not trying to hear the Usyk thing and da. No.
Even a super
Not interested. Put him in with Wilder. Put Usyk in with Wilder. If you need to look at something.
I like to see that.
Or Ruiz. Usyk and Ruiz. That'd be exciting. Give them that.
Yeah.
I just don't want him. I don't think he's valuable
No,
enough to ruin this fight.
The fight that we need, yeah.
And also,
Wait, this is where I am. Sorry, I've actually thought about the Dylan fight.
go
yeah,
on.
because I was watching the Dylan interview on IFL TV. Shout out Coogan. Yeah, Dylan I feel he should go to Russia. He
Dillian,
should go to Russia to reclaim to reclaim
the mandatory status.
well, it's not mandatory status. I don't know what was there kind of interim title that they gave.
Nah, I mean, it
What
might
was
be.
it?
We're
Something.
not respecting it. We're just
Whatever.
saying the mandatory.
Whatever you lost that night, go
there.
get back in Russia.
Why does he have to do that?
Why not?
Nah,
As in-
I don't think it's necessary.
What? But
It doesn't
it's
add anything.
exciting though.
Doesn't add anything.
Geez, you see the reception that he got when Povetkin went home.
Yeah, I saw the men dancing in the airport.
Yeah, there you go. Man, them were in. So, and the funny thing is, our heads were spun in the UK. Brixton, Morley's, everything was upset.
They were having a blessed time in Russia, boy.
In Russia, they had a great time.
Them men were in Moscow.
Them man had the best time. So why not
and
go
Povetkin
to their
seems like
garden?
a nice guy.
Yeah,
I hear that, but Hearn, come on, man, Hearn ain't negotiating that in the contract.
I know.
They're
But
saying,
it
"Nah,
would be
we're
sick
doing it-
though.
We're doing my backyard. We'll do it again. He's good. But
Yeah.
listen, this is where things are nuts, yeah?
Go on.
So Daniel Dubois has climbed in the ranking after beating the dude for this weekend, yeah?
Sorry, let me
So
not be
he's
rude.
now, let me just get the confirmation. Danny Dubois is now number 2 in the WBO rankings.
How?
Right? Mad. But check this now. He's leapfrogged Joseph Parker into the number 2 position, which means, as things stand now, yeah, I'm getting this from Michael Benson's page.
Yeah.
If Anthony Joshua was forced to vacate the belt in order to fight Tyson Fury, it would be Usyk versus Dubois for the title. What are we saying with how that would look?
That's a scrap of a scrap, bruv.
It's a weird fight.
No, that's a scrap
Because
of a
I don't think
scrap.
Frank Warren lets Dubois go for a title so soon. You're gonna go from Joyce to
AJ did it.
you're gonna go from Joyce to the world
AJ
stage.
did it. AJ did it. AJ rushed to the world stage. It was too soon.
Because I was thinking, right?
A title was available. Think about it.
It was.
AJ, a title was available.
They took the belt from Charles Martin because they
There
knew
you
Charles
go.
Martin was the easy scalp.
But I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying.
They
There
were
was
still a bit
a
hesitant on
title
the-
kind of was. A title fell into the lap.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And it was like AJ was never meant to. They kicked him on
It was too soon
so soon
because they
And
were
he's been
learning as
on
a
the job.
champ. Learning as a champ is insane.
Is crazy. Right now, it's like single. It's crazy,
With
but
the
I
cards,
like the risk.
The cards laying where they lay. Do you think? I think Dubois could, because I don't think boxing wise he's up there with Usyk. Usyk is a very technical man and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I have to give him his respect. But the size of Dubois, that type of strength and power, if anything significant happens in the first, bro.
We learned, but the hard thing for me is we've learned nothing from Dubois in the
Fighting,
Schneider.
yeah,
I don't know who that guy was.
Do you know what that fight was? And David Hay mentioned a interesting fact. He goes, by the way he's targeting the body, he just looks like he's trying to preserve his hands. Like not break his hands, hitting his head and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that makes perfect sense because the
Yeah.
fight with Joyce is soon.
It's soon.
So that's
It's soon.
that's
and
fighter stuff that you wouldn't think about as a spectator.
I just think, but then the Joe Joyce fight, it could be pivotal in the learning for Dubois.
Yeah.
Potentially, are we overlooking Joe Joyce then? We saying
I
that
think
he's
we
not got
are.
a chance.
Yeah, I think we are overlooking to a degree because
Yeah.
one thing he is very tough and resilient. He can take a shot.
Yeah.
So he can take shots. I've seen him eat up, bang, 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 and just be undeterred and just keep it going. So I think if Dubois doesn't have enough power to knock him out, we could have a very interesting fight in round 9.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what Dubois is like over a long
He
stretch.
hasn't gone
of
long. He
intense
hasn't.
fighting.
He hasn't.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
gets people out because he fight the state of his opponents.
That's what I'm saying.
He gets people out. I'm so excited about Joe Joyce Dubois. Even though
It's a good fight.
even though
they haven't sold it
how
to us.
their man talk
Yeah, they haven't sold it.
is pointless.
They did another post-fight thing after the fight this weekend, and I just never want to see this again. I never want to see a pairing of two fighters as boring as this
Yeah.
talking to each other.
Never.
And the fact that they keep doing it lets me know it's an inside joke for BT Sports. These men are just like, we've got him on Zoom now. Is there anything you'd like to... Bruv, listen, man said to him, he was, I can't remember the guy's name. He's sitting there in the studio with David Hay.
Yeah.
And he's going, Dubois, we've got Joe Joyce on the line. Is there anything you'd like to say to him? He goes, I think I want to say... He goes, nope, tell him. He's like, yeah. And he just started talking and like, you could tell that the man was sitting there going, Go on, say. Go on, say. What are you gonna say? Like the vibe was just nonsensical, bro.
No, listen, that fight though,
Bruv.
as much as we're laughing about,
It's gonna be a barn burner.
that fight, yeah, is going to be incredible. Listen, people buy that. As much as we laugh, yeah,
Let's support him.
buy this fight. I swear to you, like you thought, Pursoon versus Taylor or something. I swear to you, this fight here, yeah,
Joe Joyce
you're
is
gonna
gonna
be
show you.
head spun. You're gonna you won't know what to do, literally, and that's
prediction-
gonna be a true. Whoever walks out of that fight, I think Usyk thumps them up though. That's honestly, I don't think it's
Usyk already fought Joe Joyce as an amateur, and he beat him.
There you go.
He couldn't hurt him though. I watched that fight and Joe Joyce ate bare bangs. Couldn't hurt him, but he outboxed him. Right?
Usyk gets it done.
Bear in
with
mind,
the boy.
Joe Joyce is someone who, in my opinion, has got worse.
Yeah.
when he turned pro, like
Yeah.
it doesn't look much better than it did back then.
Mad backflips.
But the power is needed at heavyweight in a way that it's not an amateur. Do you know what I mean? The approach to the fight, in my opinion, or how I understand it, because obviously I've never been an amateur, is this more point scoring versus hurting someone.
I'm surprised that you just. What is it with Usyk? Because you like the cruiserweight, you like the fight
Yeah,
that
I
comes
do.
up. Like,
Yeah, no,
you're even Van. Like, this.
Thing is,
What is?
I don't see how he does it. That's really where I am with him.
Yeah.
For me, it's the question mark. But then the fact that they talk about him like he's accomplished, or he was a knockout guy. I'm thinking to myself, there's no division that prepares you for the heavyweight division other than the heavyweight division. That type of power. Bro, these men are used to being the same size as the man that's in their ring, and now you can fight someone that's 2 stone heavier and more athletic. Nothing prepares you for that. That's why I say power is not this thing where you can go, yeah, but boxing you don't just need to have power. Bruv, in the heavyweight division, you need to have a leveler. That's why they say it's heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. You can't be in there with soft punches. Tyson Fury, as much as we give credit for the Wilder knockout, yeah, he's not a big puncher, but his skill level and the fact he's 6'9"
6'9"
is what
That's
preserves
power.
him.
Yeah. That gives you something.
You can't be 6'3", underweight and underpower. I want to see what that looks like. So when they're talking about, oh, he's the boogeyman, I'm like, put respect on AJ's name, Dillian White's name, and all these other men in that division, because they deal with the big bangs. This guy ain't yet to be hit. He's had a fight with, what's the guy's name? Some insignificant heavyweight. Left there with a marked eye, moving a bit crazy. I'm like, this don't show you announcing yourself on the heavyweight stage.
Well, he's fighting the gatekeeper.
And here you are barking at these men saying, I gotta be next. My G, get in line.
Yeah, hey, still. Well, listen, WBO, yeah,
Yeah.
it's real. I can't
happening.
wait. He's fighting the gatekeeper, and they call him a gatekeeper for a reason. So let's see if it's a gatekeeping performance. And
real.
he takes those keys
Nah, for real.
and dashes it back at him.
But listen.
On lighter things, lighter note, our boy
Oh, snap.
Lawrence Okolie,
The source.
the song's come out.
It has come out.
The video's here. Not what we expected.
It's not what we expected.
It's not what we expected. We
I
thought them to do.
expected-
What are you saying? He
I
said pads.
expected pads. I expected AJ. I expected P. Diddy
Yeah.
in the video.
I need to go free.
I need to go part 3.
Do you know what's crazy though? If you watch the video, so your point again, I feel like I have to give you flowers again.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did say, is she turning up the races that she's at now?
Miss
You know,
Banks.
so you mentioned Miss Banks. Yeah. Now when I watched the video back, yeah, there's the main woman. What do we call her? The video vixen. She's looking a bit Miss Banksish.
Looking very Miss Banks.
She's looking a bit Miss Banksish, fam.
I saw it as well. But I
Yeah?
thought, the source could never. The source
Is-
the
Could the sauce be this petty?
Could the source be this petty? Like I'm looking at it and thinking to myself,
And it doesn't sound like a love song.
it just sounds like a flex tune. Let's play it. Let's give it to the audience right now.
From £7 an hour to 7 figure deals. Big Sauce got the power, he can pay them bills. If you ever saw when Eddie pays me, you know I've been winning lately. I'm a winner, baby. And that's facts, no cap.
I mean, £7 an hour to 7-figure deals. Man said, if you saw Eddie pays me,
Come on.
you can see I've been winning lately. I mean,
Wordplay.
when I said to
Don
you,
DeMarco,
Don
DeMarco.
DeMarco. When I said to you, it didn't sound too flagrant what I heard on
Yeah.
the snap. It's not offensive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what's he giving us with this? I mean, it's flexing bars.
Yeah.
It's Miss Banks looking like in the video.
Yep.
What's he trying to tell us? Where's he trying to take us right now?
I think and this is, again, I have to say this. We know nothing. It's total speculation. But sometimes we're on the money. Yeah? I think he's saying to her, babes, you might have left me too soon.
You left me when I was fighting Chamberlain. And man was saying I'm boring.
Yeah.
Now,
I've got
I'm the source.
title. I've got
World title shot,
world
bro.
title shot.
I'm about to be fighting on big cards.
And I can rap.
You see the range? It's on my snap.
There you go.
See the range?
You see what I'm doing.
The lifestyle's different. Now I'm barring.
Did you? I think he's saying to her, you left too soon.
You left too soon.
You didn't realize.
He said,
go on.
because he's talking to her. He says, if you see what I've been making lately, no. If you see what Eddie pays me, you can tell I've been winning lately. He's flexing. He's sending her a message.
It's a message to her.
Bringing her up to speed with the current status.
I'm telling you, Miss Banks, write your diss track.
So, but what do you think what do you think Miss Banks has done to trigger this move? Because something has to get you into the booth. Yeah,
Yeah, because a man doesn't just walk into the booth and say, I'm starting a rap career.
Thank you.
Late in there. Because how old is he?
Bro, I don't know how old he is. Yeah?
Starting a rap career in your late 20s is nuts.
But at the same time, it's like you're actually a boxer in prime contention for a world title shot.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's off season and the man's just like, just had a fight, now I'm chilling. You're doing camp. I see you putting a snap the other day of the unique location where he's training.
Yeah.
It's not luxury.
Yeah.
He's doing training camp. That means mid training camp, he said, let's get a video done.
Yeah.
Because something needs to be said ASAP.
All right, so now I'm gonna be real with you, yeah? We have to do honesty lane, yeah?
What's the new man done?
Look, we have to do honesty lane, yeah?
All right, go for it.
What's heartbreak taking you to make you do?
Was heartbreak taking me to...
Yeah, because heartbreak has made him create
Heartbreak
a whole... He's taken to the booth.
taking a new lane of
A new
career.
lane for rapping.
Man said
While
out.
you're supposed to be in... What's heartbreak done to you? Or are you one of them man that's never been heartbroken?
No, but you know what is with me is I'm someone who I spin it to the point where it's like, stand-up comics, yeah?
Yeah.
I know some of my worst days in life
Yeah.
become my best material
Okay.
later. So it's easy for me to get to that place of, I know I'm pissed off now, but this is going to be a sick piece of stand-up. Like, that's how I'm wired
Is
now.
that how you think?
So I don't really stay down.
No, but we use not... I'm saying... When you was young and before comedy, you was just Travis.
Yeah.
A normal guy that was heartbroken. Did you do anything that was like not usual behavior? Is what I'm trying to say. You was heartbroken.
I think, alright, so this was a secondary school one. This was a secondary school one. You know when texting was like the prolific way of communicating? Like, man was doing the alphabet. You have to press 2 3 times. Boom, 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 boom. C. So the text speed was nuts. So I remember one time I was trying to move to this girl, and convo seemed like it was building. Do you know what I mean? It was just going all right. And then one day, like, she just fully was just like, I've got a boyfriend now. And I was just like, I don't understand the maths. Because we're doing text marathons like throughout the night.
Yeah.
It's hit me with that, and I remember sending a 9 text length. 9 text length message. You know when you type and the thing is, because I think you could only send like 5 texts in one go, so I had to send it on some. There's another one coming. Don't respond yet. To come and do again. It was a shocking display, bro. Yeah, it was a shocking display, fam.
You're paying for those. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get
Yeah, that's mad.
Our Bible school disco, bro, is year 6. Is my first heartbreak still. A girl called Sabrina, fam. Yeah. I proper liked her still. I don't know what you call it. I done a AJ and I borrowed my friend's Ralphie, Ralph Lauren top.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say jeans. That's why.
No. I borrowed my friend's Ralph Lauren top. Obviously, because I thought I'm gonna get the dance at the school.
I want to flex with the
I'm gonna
horse.
flex the horse.
The horseman.
And what my parents gave me to wear to this disco wasn't it. Yeah. So I've got there. I've pulled up at the disco. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
No, run it.
Pulled up at the disco. And remember, this girl, I've asked her out before, yeah, and she said yes, yeah, But then I bought her like I took one of those. My parents had these roses at home, the plastic ones, you know, the fake thingies.
Yeah.
So I pulled up and I gave her.
You gave her the.
I gave her like I gave her a rose.
The hardwired rose.
Yeah, I gave her the hardwired rose. I gave her the hardwired rose.
The metal stem.
It was nuts. I gave her the hardwired rose, yeah, and then after, I think she was so confused by it, she said yes to dating me. Obviously now we're going swimming, Brixton, yeah, and she broke up with me at swimming. But then, yeah, because she's like, I don't want to be with you no more. I see as a friend, yeah, and I was like, oh man, it's fine. End of year disco, she's gonna be mine again. So remember, I've been preparing for this moment. I pulled up, I tried to come over and dance with her, and she said, I don't like it, I never did. I went to the toilet and I cried. I cried. Because I just like, come out. It's like, no.
Man thought he's about to live out an R&B. The R&B I want my girl back vibe. She said the whole thing was a lie.
The man them were behind me, just like, yeah, we got to the dance floor, and then she let it out. She let it out.
Oh, it's tough.
That's why I do stand up, bruv. Because after that,
those experiences,
no one can heckle me, bruv. I've had it. I've had the hardest day, bruv.
You gotta go through the losses, fam.
No, I never forget. I was in the toilet, just in the cubicle crying with a Ralph Lauren that wasn't mine.
Man said it wasn't mine. When you gave him at the top, it was very like, bro, you be crying at this because it was very emotional, right?
Say the top was very emotional. The top was heavy.
Well, you put this top through tonight, fam. Man's carrying the weight of your disappointment.
I didn't think I danced that night.
Oh, fam.
I love dancing.
Sure.
That was a night changer.
It's mad how life can, as you go along, it toughens you up. So this is what Okolie's going through right now. I reckon what's happened is, yeah. So obviously with Miss Banks has probably, he's got Miss Banks' number, yeah. But he's got the number in a different phone. So that way he's not blocked on the WhatsApp. So he can see the picture. I reckon she's uploaded a picture with a new Don.
A new Don. She was dancing with a new guy.
It weren't even a face though. It's just literally just like forearms and a new watch.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a dashboard he didn't recognize in the snap.
Yeah.
So then now he's like, I got to make a mark in her world, not just mine, because clearly winning these fights
ain't enough.
And you know what I mean, climbing the ranks with Eddie Hearn ain't helping. Gonna give them bars.
Listen, man, I hope you get her back, man, Lawrence.
Okolie, what's the advice we can give to Lawrence Okolie to get her back?
Lawrence, first thing I would say is, stay away from the booth. I get it. No, it's important. It's important.
Stay away from the booth.
Stay away from the booth.
I get it.
Now I'm gonna see him. But Lawrence, you're a sick fighter. Yeah.
Lawrence is a friend of the pod because
he is.
He came and sat with us.
Lawrence, don't do that again. Yeah, it's cool, man. I think.
What's the AJ verse sounded like? That's really where I'm at right now because I saw when he said the AJ feature was there. Now I'm thinking to myself, imagine if AJ showed it down though.
Do you reckon AJ will give us like a Travis Scott thing?
Hella punches and metaphors.
Now I think he might give us the singing thing. I see with the mad auto-tune.
AJ on the mic with auto-tune is.
No, but seriously, Lawrence, pack it in. Where would you rank it against all the stuff?
What rappers' music?
Yeah.
Alright, well, the rappers chart.
Yeah, the rappers chart.
I feel like Roy Jones has got the legendary presence. So I don't feel like he's on the chart.
I'm saying okay. So AB. Was that better than any of AB's deliverance? What you just heard?
I feel like the song itself might have been up there with AB. Just because AG might have bars, but the song overall don't really sound like something I need to hear again. Whereas this one, if you didn't know it was Lawrence Okolie and it was playing on the radio, it might be able to blend in with the nature of how radio works.
The fact that you're still listening to radio and we got so much out of our hands.
You know what happens when you turn on your car, the first thing radio's on, then you slap over to Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that little moment. Yeah, that little moment. Let's hear it again. You turn on your car. You set up the thing.
I'm a winner, baby. And that's facts, no cap.
You telling me you can't see it? And then the little girl comes afterwards, she's like, and that's Lawrence Okolie with the new song, What Eddie Pays Me. we gotta wrap up. What else is there? Just some quick takes.
Go on. Let's do some quick takes.
Tank Davis has been talking about fighting Lomachenko.
I see it. I want to watch it. I want to see
said
Tank do something.
And this is the maddest take here because it's like, it's going that way, but then it goes back straight away. He goes,
Okay.
I think it's about time. Definitely not this year, but if not next year, then at the beginning of 2022, then we can make it happen. What? Man said it's about time. Definitely not this year. If not next year, 2022. Cuz.
Tank, get out.
Get that out of here, bro.
Tank, get out. Sometimes you gotta tell man get out, you know.
Bro, how old is Lomachenko?
It's a Libby.
He's waiting for men to get old.
Twilight.
That sounds disgusting.
Twilight's of a career, bro.
What else do I want to speak on? Oh, Kell Brook and Crawford. That's a fight that's in the making.
Really?
Yeah, Kell Brook is really trying to get back in the deep end.
Do you like it?
No, not for Kell Brook. I like it for Crawford. I think it's going to be a good highlight reel. He's getting Kell Brook the hell out of here.
Yeah, I like to sometimes play the other side, but I can't
not
even.
this time.
I tried. I was like, there could be an angle to argue.
Don't do it.
no,
It's not. He's gonna get him the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it. We're
That's
pretty
it.
good here. But we didn't decide the champion of the comments this week.
No, do you know what I want to do? We're gonna do it like this. Can you the comment that was basically just like the comment, you know, because you can see how many likes this gets.
Yeah. That's
that
how we'll
comment should be
determine.
the one that wins. So we'll have to go back to last week's, and whoever's got the most likes on their comment, that's the comment champion. And we'll post it on our Instagram. We'll post comment of the thingy. Do you know what I mean? So it just makes sense. So you lot know what's going on, because sometimes we're biased. As soon as you put KG and you rate me, you've won, fam. I'm like a Vegas judge. Do you see what I'm saying? I am. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Canelo all the time. The house. I'm a Vegas judge. The house always wins. So what I need you lot to do is, you know what I mean, it's their platform, it's your page.
Yeah.
By the way, mixes coming should be here by next week. So just know the call-in shows will be happening, which is great.
I cannot wait to
finally, do you know what I mean? So there'll be a number that you call. We're gonna there's topics that we'll start promoting from the beginning of the week, so you lot know what you're calling. Talk with sense, because we will put the phone down. We will. No, I really want to do that. Like, put the phone down.
You man, Dunford's gonna phone up and blast me, fam.
But nah, seriously, comment section, everyone, subscribe, like, post this and share this, and thank you. Like, we're seeing the page and we're seeing it growing, and that's because of you lot.
No,
like,
for real.
You lot are doing this, so big up yourselves.
Peace. Have a good week, man. I've been Travis J.
I'm KG.